I'm saying this from a counselor's perspective because I've had cases where, we see a lot in our space as counselors, and you see children, primary school, sharing content online. Parents are not even aware. It's a big concern. It's a big concern. So, what ethical concerns arise from sharing private or edited content online? Most times they do it innocently and they tell you, oh, I mean no harm. I didn't know. He just asked me to send. He just said I should share. Or if I don't share, he's not going to be my friend anymore. Those kind of, you want to break at that moment because you know that these children are saying these things from the point of innocence. They don't really know what they are doing, especially the younger ones. So what are the ethical concerns that arise from sharing private or edited content online, both for younger children and for adolescents?
Okay. So one of the major concerns is, first thing, who are you sending it to?
Exactly.
Most of all those contents end up in the wrong hands.
Yeah.
So the first thing you do is you have to sensitize your kids. And you have to be, why sensitizing your kids in everything we're saying here as a parent, you have to be a good role model. Because we talked about screen time. You can't be a parent and you spend more than how many hours with your phone.
Yeah.
And you're trying to create a screen time for the kids. Tell
me
me what they'll do. They'll tell you, mom or daddy, you said we should spend 3 hours, but you're always on your phone.
Yeah,
they'll tell you.
Yeah.
So you also, as an adult, because it also affects an adult.
Yeah.
When you spend so much screen time as an adult, it affects you.
Yeah.
Most times you end up not doing what you want to do. Most times you just procrastinate. Then your eyes probably might have some eye problem coming from it. You might lose sleep or whatsoever. So it also have an effect on you. So you are doing this for yourself, doing this for the kids as well. So for pushing out contents like that, you have to make them understand. Even you as a parent, first of all, most of the things you put out there, you have to be careful. Because there's a common saying that goes, the internet never forgets, which is very, very true. So I've seen someone who was about getting a big job, and then he just asked for his social media, and just one tweet for like 4 years ago he made, and they had to tell him, sorry, they can't employ him, which was about 4 years ago. And like you said, just innocently, I just felt like it was like that's the way I was feeling. So and when you see something like, let me use status, or when you want to post like on social media space now, you see them say what's on your mind. You see that like it's highlighted there, but when you start typing, you don't see it, but it's trying to tell you what's on your mind. So when you are not well sensitized about social media, that's what the kids will do, because they are so innocent. They've not gotten any training, any lessons, any lecture, and that's why I'm glad we're having something like this. So they've not gotten any lecture on, I'm not meant to say what's on my mind, because I don't know who is going to view this, whose person's hand is going to get this. So that way, when they've been sensitized, when they see this, they will know that they are not supposed to share what's on their mind. Like you see, even for the parents as well. And most times that's what because I've done my research on cybersecurity, and I'm trying to do a course on cybersecurity. And when I started doing my personal study, I discovered most of the people online who scam people using someone's profile is out of ignorance. Someone posted something online. So you find out some people, like, you can create a live from their, when I mean a live, you can create a lifestyle. Let me use that word. You can create a lifestyle from what they post. They post when they are eating, having breakfast, post when they are at the gym, post when they're about to have their bath, post when they're at their office, post when they're out of the office, post when they're having a family dinner, when they're entering the car. Now, let me tell you what this scammer will do. It will go to your page and be like, oh, fantastic. You get all those information. And when you start talking to probably a random person you meet online, and it's like, oh, I'm going to the gym. He takes your gym picture and sends it. And you actually believe, oh, this person is going to the gym. Oh, and he says, I'm about having dinner. And then you post it. And that's it. So, and that's not the person you're talking to. So you can see what you've done by putting out digital footprint of yourself. So even adults and kids ought to know this, that you don't put everything about you online. So you hear some people start saying, but I just felt like, but you should know the things you should put online. You should know the things you should post in social media. So you make the kids know that, once you send this thing to someone, or once you put it on social media, in the next 10 years, it can come back at you and cost you a lot. So when we do that sensitization, and that's what I was saying in schools these days, not even in the secondary school, from the elementary level, you start engaging. In fact, I would even say from the preschool level,
yeah.
because of the way technology is growing, and the exposure. True. And the kind of children God blesses us with now. They are children that are very smart and curious. So they want to know, even when you tell them they're very smart, they're very curious. So even as far as a 3-year-old, if you tell them don't do this, you want to know why. And when it comes to the online space, you don't have to shield anything. You have to let them know, okay, this is the reason why you shouldn't go there. I've interacted with a kid and he told me, every time my dad will always tell you that you should check my phone, my tab. Like, why are you always checking my tab? So I knew the parents were not telling him the right thing. They were just telling him, don't do this, don't do that. So I had to tell him that, you know that, okay, you can get on your tab, get to meet somebody online. And he was like, yes, he meets a lot of people. And I said, how are you sure that's the right person you're meeting? I was like, they taught him something like that, but they didn't really explain it. Probably when he was doing ICT, don't chat with whoever you don't know, and that's where it ends. But he was more curious, like, why? But I can see the person's face, I can see the person's picture. But that can be a camouflage. That cannot be the person's actual face, actual picture. So, in the bottom line, in a nutshell, we all need to, even as parents, that's what I'm saying, it starts with the parents, then goes to the kid.
Exactly.
So you can't leave yourself out. Because you are the role model, you are the one to tell these kids everything they need to know. And you have to keep yourself informed with technology, because technology is moving, and with the way the world is going, everything is centered around technology. Some Christian faithfuls, because I don't know who will be watching this, some Christian faithfuls believe that the world is coming to an end with the way technology is going. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't move with technology. You understand? If you say you don't want to embrace it now, that it's demonic, it's devilish. I have a lot of people, but your kids, it will hurt you, it will come for you, it will come for them. So when you because even you as a Christian, people who claim they are Christians, the Bible also let us know that we are in this world, but we are not of this world. And when you are somewhere, you have to possess that place. You have to benefit from what is happening in that place, but have it in mind that you are not from this place. So there are some certain levels of that thing that you know that, okay, this thing is taking me away from my focus, from my faith.